So I guess can we start off? I want to hear about the 2009 lineup. What kind of shows are you guys doing next year?
So we have, we're focusing on 5 different categories for our sponsored entertainment side, 5 verticals. The first one is Green Living, in which we have a video network called The Greenhouse, which is comprised of 3 web series. Then we have our parenting video network, which is called DadLabs, and that is comprised of 5 web series, all in the parenting space for dads by dads. Third is our comedy network called Axis of Comedy, which is a current lineup of 8 original scripted comedies that are pretty big hits on the web overall. The 2 new ones we're launching in the first quarter are GEQ, which stands for Generation Equity. It's a personal finance video network, which will have 4 shows on that. Then there's Glampede, sorry, I forgot for a second. Glampede, which is a fashion and style network, which will have 2 shows at launch.
Great, and I know that you said your sponsorships have been growing a lot compared to your custom branded entertainment, which you're also doing. Do you see that as a trend that's going to continue into the new year?
I think it will overall as the water level rises for everybody. I think the ratio still will remain pretty heavy on the branded entertainment side. It's something brands can understand fairly simply. It also indicates that a lot of the business coming into this industry, into the online video space, is coming from agencies. And they understand the creative side a lot quicker than they do the media side of buying video. So until the media side really gets its act together and understands how to buy sponsorships and online video, you're going to see a lot more on the branded side, because that's starting from the creative groups that are much more willing to jump into the space, play with those experimental dollars, be much more creative, and say, well, let's do an original web series.
What's the value proposition for your different verticals? I know you can deliver to very targeted audiences. Do you think that really is a big lure for the advertisers? Or?
Yeah, and you know, we come from it from a different, interesting perspective in that we have both sides of the spectrum of content. We have the entertainment side of content, and we have the informational side of content. And so having played in both spaces, we've had a really great opportunity to see what works best in each one. And when you're dealing with mass entertainment and you have an 18 to 49 type of audience, adults, maybe skewing a little bit male, but that's all you know about them, you basically can say, well, any brand would want to advertise to that. Every brand wants their dollars. And I think there's something that we internally call the curse of the any. Anytime we hear that anyone would want to watch it, any brand would want to be a part of it, then it's very difficult to specifically paint that value proposition to that brand. But when you say that I have a suburban female audience of 25 to 49 that is very eco-conscious, buys organic foods, worries about what kind of car they buy and the gas mileage, likes to buy hybrid, all of a sudden then you can say to a brand, this is who we can talk to for you, and they say, that's who I want.
So tell me a little bit about your distribution method for your videos. You have your destination site, but where else can you see them?
Sure. And our destination sites are part of a 4-tier strategy that we implement for every bit of content that we're working with. The first tier is the destination site. Second tier is utilizing video sharing platforms like MetaCafe and YouTube and Blip and Rever and Dailymotion and going on and on and on, utilizing Mogulus as our main partner there to be able to push out content to these sites. The third tier is kind of a PR aspect to it, which is working within the blogosphere and social media networks and social entertainment networks to identify, to find where the audience is living online, bring the content to them, and excite and get evangelists of the content in the online world. Those are the 3 tiers that are engaged constantly. And you know, if we can get a 10 to 15% growth of our audience or video views month after month, we're really happy utilizing those 3 components. The fourth is our leverage distribution network, which we're really excited about. And that basically is, again, a way of finding the specific audiences where they live, not necessarily now on social media platforms or video sharing platforms, but more in the content that they're consuming, and basically bring the content to them, bring our content to them through the other content they're consuming. So, for example, if there's a great site about superheroes, you know, putting our comic book web series on that site is a really good idea.